Hello, my name is Michelle, and yeah, I've recently started a YouTube channel, something quite new to me. I was born before the days of technology, so I try to work with it, not against it. But yeah, it has its challenges, as many will know. So I'm imagining many of you will be feeling a bit off today, certainly here in the UK. The clocks went forward overnight, so inevitably we have all lost an hour's sleep. How criminal. So yes, so our time clocks and everything are out of sync today. And the mornings, it's going to be just the light and everything, so it's all going to be haywire. When it's light, we're imagining it should be dark and all of this caper. Anyway, I suppose that applies more so to the evening actually. So anyway, enough about that. So yeah, so it's Sunday. Yeah, just turned midday here in the UK, I believe. So I haven't got my watch on, so I can't confirm. You have to excuse me. I haven't too long had a chest infection, so every now and then my voice will go through a whole different array of octaves, and yeah, it's I'm getting there. So basically, yeah, the reason for my video, I am a spiritual medium and healer. My YouTube channel was created not for a particular theme. I've posted some shorts and some videos already, which are all quite random. Some of them are AI video. Videos are created for a bit of fun. So totally different kind of yeah, ball game to what I'm sort of with here. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a medium and healer. It sounds a bit cliche. It's something that has been with me since I can remember. I didn't learn it, I didn't train it, it was there. And something I was quite terrified of as a child. But with the help of others, as I got older, I harnessed it and sort of came to understand. I then, accepted it as a gift, and I use it to help others. I use it to help myself. I've learned a lot about myself. And probably the last sort of 8, 9, 10 years is the timeline of when I've really sort of stepped into the realms of, right, this is me. I'm gonna get to better know myself, because it's funny how you can be in a world of where we have our human aspect, and we don't really know it very well. So it's like, how can you excel in life if you don't even know your own self? How are you going to know what you want? How are you going to know the kind of people and places you want to frequent? This is where I think for a long time I got it all quite wrong, because I was following a path that was suited to, I don't know, just, the crowds, I suppose, other than suited to me. So I've made a lot of life changes, and yeah, it's just basically to suit that of what makes me feel happy and content, and keeps my well-being. So yeah, obviously we've in recent years, we've all been through struggles. We've had things like lockdown, there's warfare right now. It's we're in a time where costs of everything are spiraling. Much of it is kind of goes back to that political warfare, different things going on in the world. Climate change, there's a whole host of things that are affecting the world right now, and the world's getting a lot more expensive, so that invokes a lot of stress and strain on people. But anyway, I'm here. Sadly I can't do anything about that. I can't bring down the petrol prices, diesel. If I could I would, but what I can do is I can just be here as an advocate to help people. And you know, I'm that advocate anyway. I'm a caring person. I'm empathic. I'm sympathetic. I'm caring. You know, I don't play ignorance when it comes to other people's needs. I will put their needs often before my own, which is something I've got to be careful with, because of course, you know, I can't. Yeah, I've got to consider myself as well. But yeah, using sort of tools within the realms of mediumship now. Gonna use yeah. Sorry, I got a bit tongue tied then. So yeah, I just want to be able to show people, you know, how you know, I'm here to help. Here, you know, people can reach out to me. Obviously, that would have to be done via the comments, and we'll take it from there. You know, I can instruct where you might reach me otherwise. And yeah, just so what I'm going to be doing is it's not going to be daily. You know, I have got a business, children, pets. I'm also a carer, and yeah, my life is busy, but there has to be a balance. So I try and segment everything, so I'm given time to all of it. But one thing is, like, my spiritual journey, I feel that I'm lacking a bit at the minute. So and that doesn't just involve me, it involves me using my my gift or my skills to help other people. So this is where this all comes into fruition. So I yeah, today I'm trying to think. I've already just waffled on about all of this, but basically, yeah, what I'm trying to say is, if you just keep an eye out and subscribe to my channel, and then if you click on the notifications, it will inform you as to when new content goes up. As I say, my channel is random. It's not themed to anything in particular, so the posts might not be relevant to mediumship and spiritual, but you know, yeah, please do subscribe, and I will be posting content often. And we'll do some kind of like workshop type stuff. I mean, obviously, the interactions are a little bit trickier than if I was sat in a room with other people who want to work with me. But you know, we'll get by that. You know, we're in an age of technology and all this online business. So yeah, let's do it like this, and we'll just see how it develops and better it, and you know, tweak it and take it from there. So today, I mean, if you yourself are looking to expand, we all have a soul aspect. So we are all we are, you know, infinite energy beings, which our possibilities and abilities are much more expansive than what we are kind of, you know, typically expecting of our, you know, our human advocate that is us here now. You know, there we can all exercise mediumship, psychic ability, telepathy, healing. We're all of those things. So it's just learning to harness them. And you know what? I'm coming at this from a quite informal, you know, I am not a teacher. This is not a classroom, but I have definitely advanced with my own life and my own spirituality, my beliefs, my direction, as a result of stepping into the realms of getting to know myself and my soul aspect as well. So I you know, it's worked for me, and it's a way of life now that is always going to exist for me. So it's just showing you guys what I do, and if it helps you, if it interests you, by all means, yeah, like I say, just subscribe and keep an eye on my content, and we'll go from there. So one thing, tools, right? Okay, so things that you're probably picking up on my Welsh accent as well. I'm Welsh. I wouldn't expect, when you're trying to harness, say, you know, there's so many people out there that would love to harness their mediumship abilities. You know, many of us, if not all of us, have got, you know, people in spirit you know, in the spirit world, who we'd love to connect with, or just be able to sense that they're there. And you will then typically reach out to these people, whether it's phone lines, text chats, you know, paying to go to a mediumship evening, you know, amongst hundreds of people where you're hoping, please pick me, you know, just wanting that one message. You know, you can do these things yourself. I mean, I can do it myself. I do still invoke, you know, I'll have other mediums sometimes read for me and things, because you know, I do still enjoy to have others feed messages read to me and things. But you know, I think for those, there's a lot of people out there that are very vulnerable as seekers of, you know, just that message from that loved one, or just a sign that they are still around. And it can be really quite soul destroying, really. And it's like, I'm here to help you, you know, be able to kind of harness that power within you, grow your confidence, your self-beliefs, your self-esteem. You know, even if you feel that your spiritual mediumship skills or whatever it be are not growing, I promise you that other aspects of you will. But yeah, we have all got that ability within us. It's in here. So, but yeah, tools that we can use to start off, and to kind of like just bring around this area of intuition that's within all of us. You can use, I'm sure you've all heard of the tarot. It's kind of like the Sudoku or the chess of the spiritual world. You either kind of like excel at it, or it can be quite, yeah, I don't want to say difficult, but it can be tricky to get to grips with. I mean, there's so many different cards. All of them have very intricate meanings. Of course, with every set of tarot cards, you're going to get a booklet usually, but you're there sort of drawing out your cards, and you're there with this booklet, like, oh my goodness. So I find, as a simple tool, angel cards. I've got, these are Doreen Virtue, who I'm sure if you guys are into your spiritual development and things like that already, you would have heard of this lady. So these are Archangel Oracle cards. Again, as I mentioned just now, as I go into the box, these, much like tarot cards, do come with a booklet, which you can use, you know, when you pick a card, just flip to the relevant page with the script for that card to get an understanding of what that card actually might mean or represent, or what the message is. You can do, and I'm sure the book will say, you can do different kind of readings. You can do like a 3-card spread, you can do 5 cards. You know, I tend to just go with whatever I feel, you know, I want to do at the time, just like free flow. You know, don't be too technical with it. This is all free flow. And yeah, so for instance, today now, I haven't used these cards for a long time, so I'm gonna, I mean, in all honesty, I haven't publicly discussed my mediumship work since before lockdown, which was like 5 years ago now. So this is all quite new territory to me today. So I have drawn the card Gentleness. Can you see that there? So basically, what I'm getting with this card, without going to my booklet, and bearing in mind the booklet might say something slightly different. I mean, it's all quite almost, I mean, it is quite simple. I mean, the script in the book is going to basically skirt around the word gentleness, and kind of give it spiritual meaning. So I'm not going to go to the book. So with this card, it says, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations and environments. So this is where I come in today. I am a gentle being. I am here, just sort of subtly reaching into the world of the outside world again, via obviously YouTube, and just kind of saying, hi, I'm here, So it's my gentle approach to try and bond with others, you know, like-minded people, people like me who want to develop and embark further into this kind of spiritual journey of self-knowing, self-belief, self-development. So yeah, so that's just a prime example right there of how, without being a trained or skilled medium or anything, you can read the cards. It's really that straightforward, because I mean, can anyone tell me that that card just then didn't have relevance? We have got the universe there guiding and helping, you know, these things come to fruition as they're meant to be. So that card was absolutely meant to be just then. I'm going to do 3 in total because I'm just getting that's the number I want to do today. So I'm going to do a second card, okay? I did gentleness again. How funny is that? So anyway, we're going to go for another card. Oh, isn't that lovely though? I mean, I'll take that as a compliment. So thank you, cards. Right, so clear your space. Clear your space. All right, so this is important. And if you could see the entirety of the room around me, which you're not going to be able to, my physical space is a little bit cluttered. We recently went on holiday. To my left, I've got a suitcase that hasn't been fully unpacked yet because, of course, we bought summer clothes on holiday, and apart from a few shy days, we haven't had summer weather here yet in the UK. So they're very much sat there on top of the suitcase, ready to be instated when the weather eventually decides to kick into full spring mode, like I say, here in the UK. So yeah, it's important. It goes without saying that having a clear space it's better for our mindset, isn't it? Like an example, say when you go to bed at night, it's like always, if I use as an example December, my bedroom is always cluttered to hell in December. I shouldn't use that word, sorry. It's just cluttered, if you like, in December. I've got gifts for different family members, work colleagues or acquaintances, my children in my bedroom, hidden under blankets and in boxes and all the above. It just becomes a chaotic space, and I have to do that up until Christmas because I don't trust that if I wrap the things and put them under the tree that they'll be left alone. So I've got all these hiding places around my bedroom, which inevitably makes my bedroom look very cluttered, and it affects my headspace, it affects me, and I don't sleep as well then because I've got this clutter around me. So I know, you know, for many of us it's hard, you know, especially when you've got children, if you're using your home as a workspace as well. My house isn't particularly big, so it's like utilising the space as best as you can to keep it clear. Things like allowing for you know, fresh air, because if you've got, you know, we've had a really wet, horrible winter here in the UK. The windows have stayed largely closed. It's been quite cold as well. So of course you just get like dead air stuck in the house. And we had a weekend of lovely weather last week, had the windows open, and you could just tell the difference. It wasn't just that feeling of a breeze coming through. It just felt different. The energy of it was different. It was new. It was fresh air. It'd come from outside where you've got all the flowers budding and all of that, you know. It was just so yeah, ventilation, getting airflow in your homes, things like that, you could attribute or account to that card that I've just pulled, clear your space. And I mean, it has a whole multitude of reasons, this card. So what you need to do, say you've sat with your best friend or your dog, anything, and you're doing, say, a free card reading, much like I am now, you just simply, I'm using my intuition here. So when I'm pulling these cards, I have got the book here if I wanted to use it, and if I use the book, then the terminology written down for each card would, you know, you can relate to, and I would say that message is for you. But I'm using my intuition tell me what these cards mean. And as you can tell, because these are just angel cards, Doreen Virtue, like I say, she does a whole massive range of them. You can get them on most high streets. There's even bookstores have cards like this. These are the Archangel Oracle cards. So without any, real skill set, I'm just using my own self to read these cards. That intuition is within all of us. That gut feeling that something isn't right. It's with a person or something, and then something comes out in the wash that they have been deceitful to you. This is intuition, and I'm saying sometimes there is such a thing as kind of impulsive thoughts, which is different. So it is hard to harness sometimes. Is that really my gut feeling, or is that just my anxiety creating this? Or I might not want to go there today. That might be because of an emotional tie, or like I say, anxiety or stress, a given reason for you feeling your gut feeling telling you to do this or not do that. But once we found that peace inside of us, that guidance becomes clearer, your intuition. So I can tell now when something like an instruction coming from inside me is a like panic invoked, or if it is just truly pure coming from me as an intuition based thing, as guidance. So and as I said that, then I see spiritual lights just flicker around me now and then. I just had an enormous light off to my left, sadly beyond the realms of where the camera's facing, but that when I see those lights when I'm speaking, I feel like that's spirit just giving me a thumbs up saying, yeah, that's it, yeah, well done. Right, so my final card today, you are safe. I've kind of touched on this a bit already today. Can you see that? You are safe. Sorry, my hands are a bit trembly. As I said, I've not been particularly well lately, so I'm still in recovery. My work's been very busy at the moment, and we're about to go into another busy week because it's Easter. The Easter holidays started. Schools broke up from school on Friday, so yeah, of course, I work in holidays, so it's going to be busy. Yeah, there's already sort of we're busier than normal with worldwide events. Some people are choosing to stay here in the UK as opposed to going abroad, and air travel's become more expensive and things. So yeah, I work in domestic travel. I sell holidays locally, so yeah, it's getting busier. So yeah, my hands are all a bit shaky, but I'm okay. That's just my body recovering, so I'm doing what I can to aid it. Lots of fluids. I try to avoid pharmaceuticals, but I did have a course of antibiotics because I had a horrific cough. I don't know whether they did a lot, to be honest, but yeah, so I'm recovering. Unfortunately, antibiotics, they take often the bad stuff from your body, but they take the good stuff as well, so I am in a bit of a weaker state, but I'm, like I say, I'm using my mindset, my inner self, and everything else I can physically to recover. And this is helping me as well, because this is like, wow, I love it. And this is the first time I've done a YouTube video that sort of links in with my mediumship, and I don't want to just always call it mediumship. Yes, for a time I did publicly do mediumship readings where I would charge people. Didn't sit right with me. I would actually feel this enormous guilt when I'd go home from people's houses or events. I just couldn't do it anymore. So I'm doing it here, and I'm going to use social media to just put out some stuff daily, and if anyone wants to reach out to me, they can do. I'm not going to charge them. I mean, some people say, well, you've got to kind of is that kind to yourself? I'm like, well, yeah, I'm not going to exhaust myself or spend 23 hours a day doing this, of course. I'm just going to do it when I have time. So that's being kind to me and invoking that balance that I spoke of. So you are safe. This card is saying, I'm protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and your home. So that looks like Archangel Michael on the card. So he's like an angel of protection. And I must bring him up because if ever I have felt like I am in a vulnerable situation, you can say it out loud or in your head. I say, Archangel Michael, I feel a little bit uncomfortable, would you mind? It could be, you know, there's bumps and bangs outside at night and you're thinking, oh my goodness, is someone trying to get into a shed? Is someone trying to get into my car? These things will happen so much these days. And I think in a world of where people are struggling financially more and more, and unfortunately there is going to be more and more petty crime. I don't ordain it, but it is happening. And you know, so say there's an evening, and it has happened, where I've been anxious, woken up, heard bangs, don't want to go outside, of course, you know, you've got to consider your safety. But I will bring him in, and usually it just, the whole thing dissipates. Yeah, thankfully there hasn't been any incidents here where there has been, you know, what my mind's run away with hasn't been the case. But I feel like a sense of calm and warmness comes over me almost instantly. And it's just, it really just is fantastic. And sometimes I'll see like blue flashing lights around me when I am inviting or ask Archangel Michael to come and help me. I say the word inviting because I feel like if you need the help of angels, you have to invite them in to help. Otherwise, there's no clear reach out to them. Like I say, it can be spoken in your head, like via telepathic kind of you know, connect, or you can speak those words out loud. So you know, if you're in public and you're in a queue and you know, you're just perhaps, you know, just feeling a bit dizzy, a bit hot, anything really, you can just say in your head, oh angels, I feel, you know, and people might think my saying that is crazy, but I honestly, I always draw comfort from it, always. It's just like a loved one coming up to you saying, no, it's okay, you know, arm around you, it's okay, don't worry, you're okay. And in many life situations I've called upon the angels, whether it's some specific angels or just the angels generally, and they're there. So I'm a massive believer in the angelic realms and the support they give. When I do meditations, I frequently see angels. I've done meditations, or I've done sort of guided meditations with others where they've all seen the same angelic figures, seen, you know, wearing the same clothes or dress and things. So it's fantastic. So yeah, it's you know, when you're doing spiritual work as well, this is perhaps partly why this has come up. Yeah, we bring in protection to protect us. So we're only drawing in you know, positive energies. So again, that's something that we will expand on. I'm not doing anything right now whereby I'm reaching out to spiritual realms for you know, we're not doing any spiritual work kind of right now. I'm just simply using my own intuition to put forward some messages. So yeah, so there is that to consider when we're doing spiritual work. Protection, which we'll discuss that another time. Like I say, don't delve into anything that you're not sure of. Really not. It's I'm not here to scaremonger. I really don't feel there's much to be scared of, but yeah, don't dabble with anything you're not sure. I'm going to do some workshops and all coming up to sort of help people, you know, develop basically, and use these spiritual abilities and tools and things that we all have to develop ourselves and our, you know, our abilities to, you know, guide ourselves, you know, perhaps drawing a message from a loved one. You know, we can do things like meditations whereby, you know, you might see a loved one, you might have a conversation with them. It helps a lot. It's kind of like being in a dream, and that can bring so much comfort, you know. So So yeah, all I've done there today is kind of introduced myself and probably gone on about 20 minutes longer than I needed to. I've done a short free card spread there for you to yeah, just for everybody to resonate with, and that can appeal to the masses, you know, that like if I sat here now saying, oh, I've got someone coming in and I'm giving information, you know, if it could be that there's 16 people come forward and say that's for me, you know, it's obviously not going to be. So then, you know, obviously via the we'd have to go into comments then, and I would kind of keep working with the person coming through to establish who that message is for precisely, because it's like with some psychics, you know, like they'll say that they've got these messages that are very generalized and things, and it's like they could mean something to everybody. I work quite not diligently. I go deep into things to find out, you know, the accuracy of what I'm saying. Sometimes it is hard to pull information from spirit because it can be clearer sometimes than others. We're kind of like translators as mediums, really. Translators that don't always get it right, you know. But it is a case of, you know, when I'm doing any sort of spiritual work, I'll just make sure I do it to the best of my ability, and if I'm appealing, if I'm putting out a message from spirit, you know, I will do my best to identify with the person that message is for, and things like that. So yeah, there'll be loads of content coming up. I'm going to post it all to this I was going to say group YouTube channel, so please join. Like I say, it is a bit random. There are other things, the shorts and videos there that aren't related to any of this. Just ignore them, unless of course you enjoy them. Then go ahead. But yeah, but I think that's about it for today. I could feel my throat's getting a bit sore again now, so off for some self-healing. But yeah, any questions or feedback, please put it in the comments below. Please subscribe to my page, because I just want to build up a following, and it's like, you know, kind of like, you know, it's building a group of us then, if you like, a community of people that, you know, all have these interests and desires and what we want from this, and we can all work together and aid each other going forward. So yeah, that's my kind of my goal, so to speak, with it. So, and I just love doing this. It's part of me, so I just wanted to invite others to be part of my journey, because I feel that, you know, my progression might help others make that progression as well. So yeah, all right, thank you so much, and hopefully I shall see some of you on here again. Thank you, have a good day.